Hello everyone. Today I am here to talk about the Punyatithi of Gandhiji. It is today, that is January 30th of 1948, that Gandhiji was assassinated by Nathuram Godse. And on this fateful day, in the evening hours at 5:17 p.m., while Gandhi was walking to his evening prayers in the Birla House of New Delhi, he fell to ground because of 3 bullets fired from point blank range by Nathuram Godse. And while falling to the ground, Gandhiji, there is a Mahatma of the country, he in fact gave out the sound of Hey Ram. And today we are here to analyze what factors led Nathuram Godse to assassinate Mahatma Gandhi, who was accepted to be a great soul across the nation, who in fact was at the forefront of Indian national movement from 1914 to 1947. And along with that, prior to that, nearly for 21 years, he supported the rights of the Hindu community and the Indian community in South Africa. Why this person, who in fact was in active politics for somewhere around 50 years and who was acclaimed to be a great leader across the country, was killed by an extreme Hindu nationalist? Let us try to explore the reasons for the same. In fact, Gandhiji was at the forefront of the national movement, after his arrival in India in the year, or arrival to India in the year 1914, till the time of Indian independence in 1947. Even though Gandhiji on a principle basis was completely against the ideas of communalism, that is religion-based politics, religion-based divisive politics is something which Gandhi was dead against. But despite of his opposition to the phenomenon of communalism, he was forced to, he along with the entire Indian national leadership, was forced to accept the partition of India on communal lines along with Indian independence in 1947. And once the partition of India was accepted, there were communal riots across both the sides of the boundary in India and Pakistan. There was mass migration of people. Millions of people were forced to, in fact, abandon their house and move to the other side of the boundary. Lakhs and lakhs of people were killed. Many kinds of human atrocities were conducted in the name of religion in the partition-related violence. And when this violence was ongoing, Gandhiji was probably the only prominent politician who made a very strict case for peace and coexistence. In fact, most of the nationalist leaders at this point of time, afraid of the backlash by the communities, they did not in fact directly attempt to reduce the communal tensions in the society, because the entire society was communalized by this time. But Gandhi alone, irrespective or not considering the consequences of his actions, his only attempt was to make peace. And in order to make peace, he used to go to most of the cities and towns where the communal riots were happening, where people were killing each other in the name of religion. He used to go to those cities, stay in those cities, and take up fasts in order to put pressure on the people to stop their madness in the name of religion. He was continuously conducting these kind of fasts, and through these fasts, he was able to reduce the communal tensions in many of the cities. But his attempt to reduce the communal tensions became problematic for many sections of Indian population and Pakistani population too, because the Muslims of India, they looked upon Gandhiji as an agent of the Hindus. He was looked upon as an agent of Hindus, and they in fact did not accept the Gandhian message. But on the other side, the Hindus of India, particularly some extreme right-wing Hindus, they looked upon Gandhiji as a person who is following Muslim appeasement politics. This was a very, very famous criticism of Gandhiji by the Hindu extreme right-wing groups, wherein they used to say that Gandhi is following Hindu appeasement or Muslim appeasement politics. And because of his Muslim appeasement politics, they started categorizing Gandhiji as an anti-Hindu. Despite of his religious belief, strong religious belief in the Hindu religion, his regular reading of Bhagavad Gita, his great respect towards Lord Rama, it is a very peculiar case that Gandhi himself was being characterized as an anti-Hindu. Okay, and he was being projected as a person who is following Muslim appeasement politics by the extreme right-wing Hindu groups, whereas in the Muslim communities also he was being looked upon as a Hindu agent. But here Gandhiji was in fact an agent of peace. He neither supported the idea of Hindu nationalism nor the idea of Muslim nationalism. He only wanted to promote peace among the communities and stop the madness of violence in the name of religion. So that is the reason why, okay, Gandhiji, from both the sides, he was being targeted. But despite of these targets, Gandhiji went on to conduct fasts, and he not only toured within India, but he also went to this region of Noakhali, which forms today part of east of Bangladesh, which earlier was called as East Pakistan. There, in order to reduce the communal tensions, he visited this region too. And as part of his travels in order to reduce the communal tensions, he finally went to New Delhi, because his plan was from New Delhi, he wanted to go to Punjab. But in New Delhi, what happened is the people who migrated from Pakistan in large number, they have come to the city of New Delhi, and there also there was a communally tense environment. In fact, to reduce the communal tensions, he stayed back in New Delhi, and there also he used to conduct regular prayer meetings, and along with that fast, in order to reduce the communal tensions in the society. And when he was staying in New Delhi, there was a dispute between India and Pakistan about nearly 55 crore rupees, which was supposed to be paid by the Indian government as part of the division of assets and liabilities between India and Pakistan. We were supposed to pay nearly 55 crore rupees to Pakistan. But the Indian government, it has withheld the payment of this 55 crore rupees, because by then, the Pakistan government, what it did is it invaded over the Kashmir territory. Okay, in order to penalize Pakistan and in order to stop this 55 crore rupees being used by Pakistan in order to buy weapons to fight the war in Kashmir region, what Indian government did is it withheld the payment of this 55 crore rupees. But at this point of time, what Gandhiji did is he started demanding that the Indian government should pay the 55 crore rupees in the interest of peace. Primarily, if there is withholding of the money, then it will convert India and Pakistan into permanent enemies is one thing which Gandhi felt. And because of this reason, he started putting pressure on both Jawaharlal Nehru and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel to pay back this 55 crore rupees to Pakistan, okay, on idealistic considerations rather than on practical grounds. He started making this demand. And all of these attempts of Gandhiji for peace are being, okay, negatively looked upon by the Hindu right-wing groups, who started calling him as anti-Hindu, anti-Indian. So these kind of tags are being regularly given to Gandhiji. And in fact, if we look at the side of Nathuram Godse, he was a prominent member at one point of time in Hindu Mahasabha. And he also worked briefly for the organization which is RSS, which are all Hindu right-wing groups which believe in the conception of Hindutva. And based on, okay, his membership here, he started developing a, okay, anti-Gandhi attitude, because he opined that Gandhi is an anti-Hindu. In fact, Nathuram Godse's final attempt which killed Gandhiji was not the first attempt on Gandhi's life, sir. In fact, before the final successful assassination attempt, there were 4 attempts made by Nathuram Godse in order to kill Gandhiji. And the first 3 of these attempts, they were made in different parts of India, but in every attempt, okay, he was carrying some sword and he was overpowered by the crowd, but Gandhiji refused to press charges on him. And his 4th attempt, first 3 attempts are with swords, the 4th attempt came just 10 days before the final successful attempt. And 10 days before, on January 20th, what has been done is Nathuram Godse and his associates, they tried to throw a grenade on Gandhiji, but it became an unsuccessful attempt. But on January 30th of 1948, finally, okay, he fired 3 shots from his gun, assassinating Gandhiji, and this was the end of Mahatma Gandhiji. But they were able to kill the person of Gandhiji, but the principles that he stood for, the values that he preached, they are in fact without death. They are everlasting values and principles which were taught by Gandhiji, which in fact holds together our nation even today too. Even though they might have killed the person, they were not able to kill the ideas and values for which he stood. And those same values and principles hold India together today. And we have to cherish those values, and we have to uphold those values in our day-to-day life, politics, society, and economics. On this note,